Officials compare the airport to a city. Thousands of people working on site and thousands more traveling.
But 2 News investigations discovered it also had more worksite COVID cases than any other place in Salt Lake County. Investigative reporter Wendy Halloran is joining us live from Salt Lake International Airport tonight. Wendy.
Well, Heidi and Jim, County Health Department data shows that there have been more than 600 positive COVID cases here at the airport since the start of the pandemic. The problem is that Health Department officials don't know where they work on the airport campus, and neither do airport officials.
Yeah, I think that's very concerning.
Sissy Graham and her husband Daryl are in Utah to visit their new grandkids.
I thought pretty much everyone would be held accountable that owns and runs any type of business.
Airport concessions, airlines, and other businesses that lease space here don't report their COVID positive cases to airport officials.
Has the airport requested the COVID numbers from its vendors?
No, we have not done that.
2 News investigates learn businesses are supposed to independently report their outbreaks to the county health department.
The airport's like a city.
Through a public records request, we discovered only 8 of them did, out of 44 vendors, leaving more than 500 COVID cases unaccounted for.
We have about 15,000 plus employees that come out here every day to work for different companies or vendors.
Nancy Vollmer is a spokesperson for Salt Lake City International Airport, which she says operates as commercial landlord to its vendors.
Do you know how many business tenant employees have tested positive?
I don't. I know how many Department of Airport employees tested positive in the past 17 months.
The mayor's office told 2 News investigates the airport, which is owned by the city, cannot collect or disclose personal information without an individual's consent.
That sounds like an honor system. Would you agree with that?
Well, I think it is, because it's just like someone wearing a mask.
City officials say to require businesses to report positive COVID cases, they'd have to renegotiate every single lease. Nancy Vollmer confirmed the airport leases are 10 years long and they just started last year. The exception, if the county health department considers the disclosure of that information to be necessary. So far, they haven't.
Each worksite should be responsible for their own employees and their own contact tracing and understanding who might have been exposed when.
Salt Lake County outbreak epidemiologist Dee Vilvin says people don't always provide specific work information to contact tracers.
When we are reporting outbreak numbers and we have the airport listed as one of our outbreaks, we are including a lot of people that just physically work at that location because the disease doesn't care who you work for, right?
Vilvin says ultimately the data does reflect which work sites need more attention, testing, and funding.
I think that each work site, no matter where they are, have a personal responsibility of protecting their employees and the employees that fall within their building. It doesn't matter who they're getting paid by.
Now, it's important to note more than 80 construction workers and 60 Department of Employees, airport employees also tested positive during the pandemic. Now, that's separate from our story tonight, which featured the vendors in this story. Reporting live from Salt Lake International Airport, Wendy Halloran, 2 News.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy.